Welcome to the Martin Marietta Center for the Performing Arts. Please take a moment to identify the nearest illuminated exit door. In the event of an emergency, proceed calmly to an exit and await further instructions from venue personnel. To avoid disturbing other guests, please silence your cell phones. For additional questions and guidance, please speak with a member of our team. Thank you, and enjoy the show.
Good afternoon. At this time, we ask that you please stand for the graduation processional and remain standing for the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance. Please welcome Axel Peppers, who will now lead us in the pledge.
Good afternoon. My name is Axel Peppers, the senior class treasurer. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I invite Dr. Stotzenberg to the podium.
Good afternoon. I would like to welcome all parents, family members, friends, and special guests to the graduation for the class of 2025. We are honored that you have joined us to celebrate this graduation of our inaugural senior class. To our graduates, today is more than a celebration of your academic accomplishments. It is a celebration of your courage and leap of faith. After 9th grade, you left the comfort and familiarity of an established high school to join an untested startup, Wake Early College of Information and Biotechnologies. You didn't just enroll in a new school, you helped build one. You have demonstrated the true maverick spirit, bold, creative, and unafraid to chart new territory. You brought life to our classrooms, leadership to our clubs, and heart to our community. But most importantly, you showed up as yourselves, unapologetically, authentically, and without waiting for permission. In doing so, you gave others the courage to do the same. And we, the faculty and staff, have had the privilege of watching you grow into not just scholars, but amazing humans. You are, as I like to call you, the originators, the very first, the ones who turned this vision into reality. It has been the honor of a lifetime to work with you and your families over the past 3 years, and we are enormously proud of you. Congratulations to the class of 2025. At this time, I invite Maya Lucas to the podium.
Hello, my name is Maya Lucas, Senior Class Vice President, and it's a privilege for me to recognize our dignitaries at this time. Please hold your applause until all our guests have been introduced. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing. Dr. Robert Taylor, Superintendent of the Wake County Public School System. From the Board of Education, Chris Hagerty, Board Chair. Dr. Scott Rawls, Wake Technical Community College President. Mayor T.J. Colley from the town of Morrisville. Satish Garamella, Liz Johnson, council member from the town of Morrisville, Steve Rao, council member, Mayor Pro Tem Satish Garamel. From the superintendent leadership team, Dr. Clinton Robinson, Chief of Staff and Strategic Planning, Dr. Lloyd Gardner, Interim Chief of Schools, Shashi Badula, Chief Technology Officer, Mark Strickland, Chief of Facilities and Operations, Cedric Williams, Northwestern Area Superintendent. Please join me in thanking them for their support of the class of 2025. Please welcome Will Vanderploeg to the podium.
Hello, my name is Will Vanderploeg, and I'm the Senior Class President. Before I introduce our speaker, I would like to share the legend of the Maverick. Once there was a bull who roamed the earth, living a peaceful and tranquil life. He was kind and bright and wanted to make a difference in the world. However, one day, the bull became very sick, so he searched all over for somebody to help, but was always shunned and ignored. He came to the conclusion that people were too busy with their own lives and jobs to help take care of others. The bull continued on his journey until he was feeling so unwell that he could no longer walk. And as he sat, he felt so unwell that he couldn't keep himself upright. So he lay down, staring to the sky, and he begged and begged for someone to help him until he couldn't keep himself awake anymore. The bull lay silently on the ground until a child approached him, scooped up the bull in its arms, and examined him carefully. The child spoke. "Oh, you poor thing, we need to get you some help." The child asked many others for help, but no one could figure out what was wrong with the bull. More in the community joined in, determined to help. The group showed persistence, responsibility, and acceptance of each other's ideas. They inspired the young bull and empowered it so much that it was healed. The children rejoiced, and the bull thanked them. Out of gratitude, he asked the children to give him a name. The children thought long and hard and came to name Maverick. Maverick beamed at the children and said, "Thank you for your kindness. Go forth and make this world a better place, one of knowledge, learning, and growth, but also of kindness, respect, and acceptance." The children came together to help create our school, Wake Early College of Information and Biotechnologies, home of the Mavericks. Today, a Maverick is a leader with strong principles. A Maverick encourages and supports others, wanting all to reach their full potential. You embody the beliefs of a Maverick. You will lead a life of greatness and lead others the same way. You are a Maverick. In the spirit of a Maverick, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, a leader who helped bring the idea of Wake Early College to fruition. Dr. Scott Rawls, the fourth president of Wake Technical Community College. Before coming to Wake Tech, he served as president of Northern Virginia Community College, one of the largest and most diverse colleges in the U.S. He has more than 20 years of experience in community colleges, including 7 years as president of the NC Community College System. He has also served as president of the Craven Community College and has worked for the NC Department of Commerce, U.S. Department of Commerce, and U.S. Department of Labor. A native of Charlotte, Dr. Rawls grew up in Western North Carolina. He holds a bachelor's degree from UNC Chapel Hill and a master's and doctorate degrees in industrial and organizational psychology from the University of Maryland. He is a recipient of numerous awards, including the Distinguished Public Service Award from the North Carolina Chamber and the Order of the Longleaf Pine, North Carolina's highest civilian honor. We are honored to have him address the class of 2025. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rawls to the podium.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And let me be among the first today to say, congratulations, Mavericks. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. My name is Scott Rawls, and I'm president of Wake Tech. And you, the Mavericks, the first Mavericks, as was noted, showed up on our Research Triangle Park campus about 3 years ago. You brought life to that campus. I love seeing you play soccer out there on the field. But that campus was not the same when I arrived just 3 years before you did. And I remember it was kind of a maverick day for me that first day. My first day there was one building at the RTP campus. And they showed me, as the new president, the plans for the second building. And as we were walking around, the board chair at the time, Tom Looney, who was with Lenovo and now is our state board chair, just mentioned in my ear, he said, you know, there's been conversations about maybe one day we could have a high school on this campus. Maybe there'd be like a technology early college. Well, that caught my ear because I had been at another college at one time. We had created one of the first early colleges, and I got to be on the group that helped design the early college model in North Carolina years ago, and so I have been passionate about early colleges. So I got back to the original campus that day, and I pulled folks in, and I did something that I think shook them up a little bit. I said, you know, we've designed that second building, but I think we could maybe squeeze an early college in there if we take out the logistics lab and take out the auditorium and take out the corporate training center. Maybe we could squeeze an early college in there. And I was so new and still on a honeymoon, I think they were just scared to say, no, you're crazy, you can't do that. Anyway, a couple of weeks later, I went to see a maverick who I was learning to really get to know and had appreciation for, and that was the superintendent, another Maverick's predecessor, Dr. Taylor's predecessor, is Caddy Moore. And I went to see Caddy, and I said, you know, Caddy, there's been talk about an early college, but if we wait on a third building, that's 10 years from now. I think we maybe can squeeze it in this second building. And I didn't know her that well, waiting to see what her reaction was. And I remembered her reaction that day, and it was kind of motivating to go forward. She just said, heck yeah. And when she said heck yeah, we were off. And so a few weeks later, I was heading out of town with my family, stopped by the architects, O'Brien Architects, and I said, maybe we could squeeze an early college if we put it on the second floor, blah, blah, blah. And they said to me, they didn't say heck yeah, they said, do you know how much that will cost? I said, yeah, but I think it'll be worth it. He said, you sure? And I said, barring Kathy Moore, I said, heck yeah. Well, you know, today's a big heck yeah day because of you and because of what came after those early days, because not long after that, there were other Maverick days. There were days when I remember hearing the news that Abby Stotzenberg was going to be your principal because she was a legendary principal of early colleges at Vernon Malone, and that she was going to be your principal. And then all of a sudden, faculty started showing up and getting to know the faculty who were taking this shot at a new school, at a new campus. But then the biggest heck yeah day came when you all showed up on campus 3 years later. And that was a maverick day of all mavericks, because while there will always be mavericks coming behind you and people who are making maverick decisions, you made a decision and your family supported you in a decision 3 years ago that probably most would not make. Go to a new school, try out a new, totally untested school at a place where there had never been a high school. Do things that other high schoolers don't do. Take genetics in high school. Learn Python programming in high school. Do things that others would not do. That's leadership. That's maverick behavior is what that is. And there will always be mavericks at Wake Early College for information and biotechnology, but there will only be one uber group of mavericks, the first group of mavericks, and that's you who chose to, in your sophomore year, make a switch that I think you'll look back, and if people ask you, did that make a difference, your response is going to be, heck yeah. Last night, I had the privilege of going to a dinner and a conversation that was taking place, and it made me think about, the time in which you've been in high school. You came into high school right after COVID, right after one of the biggest scientific advances, biotech advances, mRNA, which got us out of the COVID years. You came into at a time when I don't even know that we put the three words together, said generative AI, but now we talk about it all the time. And last night I was in a discussion and the chief technology officer from SAS was talking about generative AI, and there was some fear and trepidation in the community of folks who were talking and listening, and it was about what's going to happen now because, when we see these technologies, whether it's mRNA or when we see AI and the power that is there, it's the power of opportunity, but it's also the trepidation of fear of what can happen as well. And someone starts saying, I don't know about the new generation. Are they really going to use this power of technology for good? And how do we know who will do that? And I didn't do this, but in my mind I was thinking about today because I wanted to raise my hand and say, I know who's going to do it. The Mavericks are going to do it. Because when you came in, you defined what a maverick is. And in that poem that was read, I remember when that was read at the opening, about learning and adventure and acceptance and kindness. And so our future is built on the Mavericks. And just speaking for Wake Tech, we're so proud that you've been a part of our past and a recent past. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do in your future. And I can't wait to see what your reunion's going to look like someday, because I think that's going to be great. And if you ever want to come by Wake Tech and play a little soccer, that place is always yours. Thank you all, and thank you for being Mavericks.
Hello all, I am Severa Ijaz. It is my honor to introduce a truly dedicated leader, public servant, and community advocate, Mayor TJ Cawley. Mayor Cawley has served as the mayor of Morrisville since 2017 and has played a vital role in making our town one of the best places to live in America. He is deeply committed to building a connected, inclusive, and vibrant community where people from all backgrounds can live well and thrive. Mayor Cawley is a proud graduate of the University of Virginia, where he earned a Bachelor of Science in Commerce with concentrations in Marketing and Finance, and where he also met his college sweetheart, Kathy. They've been happily married for almost 25 years and have shared the joy of raising their 3 children right here in North Carolina. From countless daddy-daughter dances, organizing volunteers for elementary school field days, to coaching their kids' soccer, basketball, and baseball teams, and even driving to dance practices, he's embraced every moment of fatherhood with enthusiasm. When you Google stay-at-home dad and community volunteer, don't be surprised if you see Mayor TJ's name pop up. A passionate advocate for volunteerism, he has served on numerous local and national boards and community projects, always guided by his favorite 4 words, how can I help? Mayor Cawley was here on our very first day of school handing out Morrisville pens, and on countless days since, offering encouragement, mentorship, and inspiration through his life experiences and go-for-it attitude. That same mindset has driven his leadership in improving parks, transportation, sustainability, and education throughout Morrisville. Mayor Cawley believes that service is not about the titles, it's about action. He reminds all of us that we are the CEOs of our own lives, and that life is for living. So take chances, learn by doing, and connect with others along the way. Please join me in welcoming a leader who lives by example, Mayor TJ Cawley.
I appreciate it. Says that I should turn the page. There we go. So you guys are turning the page on your own lives, which is pretty exciting. So good afternoon, everyone, students, families, faculty, and friends. What an honor it is to be here with you today, celebrating a truly historic moment, the very first graduating class from the Wake Early College of Information and Biotechnologies. As the mayor of Morrisville, and as someone who has had the great joy of volunteering at this school with all of you over the past few years, I can tell you, this isn't just a milestone for you as individuals. This is a proud moment for our entire community. This school is doing groundbreaking educational work, and I'm so proud that it calls Morrisville home. The innovative, maverick spirit you've experienced here in the labs, the classrooms, the hallway conversations, that same spirit will guide you as you move forward into college, careers, and the rest of your journey. You've already shown that you're not afraid to challenge the norm. You chose a path that immersed you in real, future-shaping industries, biotech, information sciences, while still in high school. You didn't just go through the motions. You took charge of your education. That kind of courage and curiosity will serve you well wherever you go next. And as you go forward, I want to offer you this. Be open to new experiences. Try out new social groups. Explore unfamiliar settings. Because in doing so, you will find your people. The ones who make you feel comfortable and seen. The ones who challenge you to grow as a person, as a student, as whatever you hope to be. And here's the truth I hope you hold on to. The path that lies before you, it's yours. You decide. Your choices will shape your future. As Abraham Lincoln once said, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So go ahead, build it, innovate it, live it. To the class of 2025, congratulations. You've already made history. I can't wait to see what you create next. Thank you so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Shreya Singh, and I stand before you today as a proud WCPSS student, ambassador, and your executive class president. I'm honored to have the chance to give a speech on behalf of the Wake Early College of Information and Biotechnologies inaugural graduating class. I'd like to think that I was chosen for my leadership skills and my strong connection to the WCPSS community, but let's be honest, it's probably just because I can ramble long enough to stretch out the ceremony a little. I'd like to begin by expressing my gratitude. I'd like to thank the WCPSS teachers and staff who have stood alongside us these past few years. I'd like to thank the incredible parents and siblings who have shaped us into the people who we are today, and my own parents who came to this country with hopes for a better future. I'd like to thank my fellow students and friends for creating a community that made me feel like I truly belonged. I would not have made it through high school if not for all of you. I've spent the past month debating what I was going to say, countless hours of writing and editing and crumpled up notebook papers covered in red ink. I debated whether I should start with an inside joke or a celebratory quote, whether to make this speech funny or heartfelt. Because really, how do you conclude the past 4 years of our lives in just 4 minutes? Eventually, I landed on a final draft, which I then deleted, and promptly rewrote at 2 a.m., fueled by caffeine the night before the speech was due. So I feel obligated to warn you all, this is not your typical celebratory high school graduation speech, because we are not by any means a typical high school. Here we go. When we began high school, we were told that these next 4 years would be the best and worst years of our lives. They were wrong. Not about everything. It's true the last 4 years seem to have passed in the blink of an eye, and it's true, these have been some of the most defining moments of our lives. In the short 18-year course of our lives, these past 4 years have made up nearly a quarter of it. But I'm here to remind you all that this is not it for us. Graduation is an incredible accomplishment, but it is not the pinnacle of your life. It is one milestone. It is not the milestone. Yes, these have been some of the best years of our current lives, but no, they won't be the best years of our lives. The best years are still ahead. The future is full of opportunities that will shape us even more. Whether it's landing that first big job, buying your first house, traveling to places you've only dreamed of, or finding those people who will walk beside you through the next chapters. When will those best years come? That's up to each of you. And no, unfortunately, these will not be the worst years of our lives either. Maybe for some of us, high school has felt like rock bottom. And if that's the case, I'm genuinely glad, because it means that things will only go up from here. But for most of us, life will throw even more challenges our way. There will be moments when we hit rock bottom, when we make mistakes, lose people, blame ourselves, try to improve, and then make another mistake. But that's okay. That's part of being young. And being young is a privilege. It's a privilege to still have the time to figure things out. It's a privilege to say we're excited about the future, and it is a privilege to know that none of us have reached our peak. We are still learning, still growing, and still figuring out who we are. We're not just who we were when we started high school. We're so much more than that. Some of us are scientists, some of us are programmers, or athletes, or artists, and some of us are all of them. We haven't figured it all out yet, and we don't know exactly who we are, but that's okay. We are not defined by the people we were in high school. We are constantly evolving, discovering new things about ourselves as we go. These years, while meaningful, are not the defining moments of our lives. They are a part of the journey, but the best parts of our story are still ahead of us. But before we close this chapter completely, let's not forget the little moments that made our time at WCPSS unforgettable. Like the TikTok sounds going off mid-lecture, so often that we actually got our phones banned, the monthly potlucks with butter chicken and pancakes, or our first ever fall festival, where we somehow pulled off an incredible event with literally zero budget. That time we went to collect a plant sample and a certain someone pulled a tree out of the ground, the dreaded movie project in English sophomore year, or the time that we set a microcentrifuge, or almost set a microcentrifuge on fire, or even when we found E. coli on the IT kids' computers. Most importantly, the afternoons that we spent lying on the floor of Miss Hughes' room, just like it was our second home, and Waffle House after prom, which was terrible in the best way. These are the moments we'll always look back on, not because they were perfect, but because they were ours. So as we step into whatever comes next, whether it's continuing our education, exploring our careers, or starting new paths, let's celebrate what we've learned and the friendships we've made. But let's also look forward with excitement, knowing that the best is yet to come. And I'd like to leave us all with a quote from one of the most powerful people in the world, Taylor Swift. The scary thing is, you're on your own now. But the really cool thing is, you're on your own now. We have the freedom to shape our futures, and the journey ahead is ours to define. Congratulations, WCPSS class of 2025.
Graduates, please stand. At this time, marshals, please prepare our graduates to receive their diplomas. When we announce each graduate's name, we do have a few words that we would like to share about each of their plans following graduation. As we prepare to present the diplomas, we ask you to respect the dignity of the ceremony. Our graduates have worked extremely hard to reach this milestone. Each senior and each respective family deserves the right to hear clearly the student's name and plans for the future as it is called. We share your excitement, for we too are happy for your family, but please refrain from clapping, yelling, or calling out names during the presentation of diplomas, because disruptive noises prevent other families from hearing the names of their senior that follows. We will give you all the opportunity, after all names have been called, to properly recognize their accomplishments. Together, let's give our graduates the dignified and special ceremony that they deserve. Board of Education members, I certify that the students before us have met all state and local graduation requirements.
Good afternoon. My name is Leroy Salazar. I am the Spanish teacher at Wake Carley College of Information and Biotechnologies. Graduates, when I call your name, please make your way to Dr. Stotzenberg in front of the table to receive your diploma. Carolina Benjami Goncalves dos Santos. She plans to attend the North Carolina State University. Mary Elizabeth Chineri Chuku. She plans to attend Wait Technical Community College. Axel Valente Diaz Gutierrez. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Savera Ejaz. She plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Tyler Robert Ellis. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Mark Oliver Padilla Fernando. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Liam Parker Gift. He plans to enter the workforce. Yunus Abdullah Gulbeding. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Nuno Alexander Handain Ribeiro. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Abram Alexander Head. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Zainab Ziad Irshad. She plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh. Dylan Andrew Condilas. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Brendan Marshall Lehman. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Tody Liang. He plans to attend the University of San Francisco. Maya Wa Davidson Lucas. She plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Tyler Dylan Manser. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Gavin Alexander McKenzie. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Joel James Endon. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Claire Kathleen O'Driscoll. She plans to attend James Madison University. Veer Kalpesh Patel. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Axel Jennings Peppers. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Maria Alexa Galang Prado. She plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Gautam J. Sai Putheri. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Olivia Alexa Reina. She is undecided at the moment. Patrick Edward Houston Rindell. He plans to enter the workforce. Idris Leo Sampson. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Charles Patrick Selden. He plans to attend North Carolina State University. Syed Hussam Shah. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Shital Shikar. She plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Shreya Singh. She plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Janae Lorena Snell. She plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Aiden Persad Stedford. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Daniel Emmaus Stotzenberg. He plans to attend William Peace University. Kamari Faith Taylor. She plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Philip Francis Thomas. He plans to attend Rochester Institute of Technology. Will Dennis Vanderplug. He plans to attend Virginia Polytechnic Institute and State University. Henry Edward Vowell. He plans to attend Wake Technical Community College. Nicholas William Witten. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Abdelali Zirouk. He plans to attend the University of North Carolina at Charlotte. Please join me in congratulating all of the graduates. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. At this time, I invite Shreya Singh to the podium.
Seniors, please stand. At this time, I invite the graduates of 2025 to please join me in turning our tassels.
I officially pronounce you as the first graduates of Wake Early College of Information and Biotechnologies. Congratulations. Marshals, please prepare for the recessional.